Hi everyone, welcome to our fifth shark picture. We're at the top of our second page because this is a double page spread. Now we have our little shark here he looks a bit sad, doesn't he? You've got no teeth though, which is quite nice. Anyway, I'm trying to have a little think about how to do this one. I haven't planned as usual. I'm wondering whether to do a warm grey like the top one on the other page. I think that is what I'm going to do. So I think I will need to match my greens for my plants with the warm grey that I will do for the shark. So last time I used the sort of olivey greens, maybe I'll match them quite closely. So maybe I'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually start with the permanent green olive and do the grass, which could probably come in just a tad closer. There we go. I don't want to lose you off the side of the page. That would be embarrassing. So at the bottom we're putting a more intense layer and then a little bit less towards the tip of the grass, just like I have been doing all the way through. We don't have any coral on this one, so no orange coral on this little guy, just lots of leaves, so that's fun. And greenery, general greenery. I have a few bits up here. So I hope everyone's doing okay, and sorry, distracting already. Looking for the next bit. And yeah, having a good time. It's February here. It's actually January recording this though, and the weather's about to take a turn for the warmer, which is something that I think a lot of people are looking forward to. We still got a bit of snow outside. The snow has hung around so much this winter. I've never known it do it like this. We had snow before Christmas and in December, and it stayed for about a week because we don't get much sun in the little square in front of our house, and it was just really cold after it snowed, so it kept freezing every night. And now we had a little bit of snow, and most of it is melted. I think it might melt today. I don't think it's supposed to freeze tonight, so I think it might disappear. But it'd be a bit sad really. I've got used to having snow. Like it. But I know not everyone likes it, and it is cold. So that's a disadvantage obviously for many, especially those who are struggling to heat their houses. This is May green. I always feel very fortunate. My husband says to me, pop the heating on if you're cold. Don't get cold at home. It's so kind. I don't like to have it on all the time, but I try and have it on when people are here, like the children or whatever, because I don't want them. They're used to being in a college where it's warm, so, and I can always pop it on if I'm cold. But yesterday husband was home. His back was bad again. He was working from home and he was so cold. And I said to him, well, you're actually wearing the same amount of clothes than you would if you were in your office, and your office is really hot. So I said, maybe go and put another layer of clothes on. And his feet were cold. I said, well, wrap them up in a blanket. There's one there. He hasn't got any slippers. I'm thinking I ought to see if I can get him some, but he's got quite big feet. Sounds rude. I'm not being rude, it's just true. So finding him slippers is not always very easy. So anyway, I didn't know. The ones that I have, which are really lovely warm sort of boot slippers, they don't go up to his size. They do a men's style, but they don't go up to his size anyway. So he actually went and put an extra jumper on. And I remember actually my one boy saw me said, Dad, what are you wearing? He said, I was cold. He actually had a jumper on under his hoodie. He was looking for a fleece as well, but he put the heating back on and he still couldn't get warm, but he was sitting by the window, which is probably colder. And I'm sort of used to it, I guess. Also, I went out and I find if you go out and then come in, it feels warmer somehow. I don't know if it is warmer or if it's just I don't know, you getting exercise helps you stay warm. This is olive green yellowish. I'm going to sharpen it a little, and I'm going to use it for this one here that comes along here, and it, oh, there's a train, also goes up here. It's been a lunchtime train. It's getting close to lunchtime. I thought I'd come and make a video and then have some lunch. So this one goes all the way off there, but it's the only one of this type. I might do the stem of this one in this colour though. There we go. Now I'm going to grab this chromium green opaque. It's a bit small, isn't it? To do this one here. They're all, I feel, quite olivey, similar in colour to each other, which I like to have that sort of mix of colour rather than doing a sort of random mix. But it's up to you. You could do yours quite differently. I'm just trying to work out what's going on. I think I did that right. It's not always easy to tell when we have a tangle of different things. I'm sure it's fine. I think that's probably right. Right, there's that one, and then we just got the leaves on this one left, and I'm going to do those in the earth green yellowish, but I'm going to layer it up quite a bit because I want it to look different to these, and it's quite a similar colour, so I'm going to, as I say, layer it up a bit just so you can tell that it's a different colour, because I want it to look a little bit different. There we go. We're nearly there. Now, I want, although this shark's going to be warm grey like his neighbour on the facing page, I'm going to make him a different shade of warm grey. So this one, I'm just looking back in my notes, this one was warm grey 5 and sepia. I'm saying this one, you can't see it. I'm going to do this one a lot lighter, so I'm actually going to start with the warm grey 3, so it'll be a different shade. And so when I do my next shark, which I will do blue like the one on the facing page, I will do a different type of blue. You know, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. Although the greenery is the same colour, the shark itself will be different. So with my warm grey 3, I'm going to do a basic layer across my shark, and then I will start to darken some parts of it. Oh, I'm feeling cold now. My body can't make up its mind whether it's hot or cold. I don't know what's going on. I took my temperature earlier and it was perfectly normal. I think it's to do with the time of the month that it is, and body temperature tends to rise a little bit, but it still isn't that warm, so my extremities are a little bit chilly, so my body's all confused. My hands are cold, my feet are cold, my nose is cold, but my cheeks are burning and my core is just right. It is very strange, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. When I have some lunch in a minute, I've also had a warm drink, which is keeping me warm inside, which is nice. I just finished that. So yeah, and when I have lunch, I'm going to have some warm toast, and that'll help me. And the heating comes on at lunchtime too. In my body, you'll get even more confused. Hey ho. I might even go out in a bit. I was waiting for it to warm up a little bit, really, if I'm going to go out. I haven't quite decided yet. We'll just see. But actually, my neighbour, she asked me if I was in at 11 so that I could let someone in. but it's past that now, so she must have been back in time. Apparently she's got a bit of a leaky radiator, and she had an appointment, so she wasn't sure if she'd be quite back in time. But anyway, it is what it is. She must have been back. Now we want a darker grey just to do the edges. I think I might only go up one step of grey and see. Oops, I nearly dropped my sharpener then. It's nearly slipped out of my hand. That would have been a clatter. So I'm going to go for the warm grey 4 and see if it's enough. I think it will be if I layer it up a little bit. It'll be easier to sort of blend in as well. The closer the colour, the easier the blend. So that's okay. I was watching a video, yes, it was a reel or something, and it was Sarah Renee Clark, and she was comparing Artex and Arteza on various things, such as how well they blended, and I think the Artex won for her, but I think they were very similar. And there were some people commenting saying they didn't think the Arteza experts were as good as they used to be, but I'm not sure they would change the manufacturing process. I think the problem with both sets is you can't buy open stock, so when you start running them out, you can't replace them, which can be a bit frustrating. You know, you use up all your favourite colours, then what are you to do? I mean, yeah, you just have to use the ones that aren't your favourites. But Arteza are starting to sell. You can buy packs of 3. So if you run out 1, you can buy 3 of them, but 3's a lot. And the 3 are the same. So you can't say I'll have a black, a white and a red. You've got to have 3 of that specific pear green or whatever it might be. That's the one I need. So a little, I'm like, not sure that's the best sort of solution really. But I guess they have to make it cost effective for them. So I'm assuming that's the only way they have been able to do it. But then some companies don't provide open stock at all, like Castle Arts. So, you know, if you want to replace one of those, you have to buy a whole load. So at least there's an option. But yeah, if you buy more expensive pencils like polychromos, then you can buy them open stock. So it's an advantage of paying a bit more really, I guess. Payne's Grey for the eye. Remember we did all the eyes the same on the last page. We're going to continue with that. But I thought I'd try and remember to do it in each video. So a bit darker on each side, white top and bottom, and the jelly roll to put a dot. There we go. It's a very small dot. It wasn't in the middle, but I don't think it really matters, to be honest. But there is that one. He is, yeah, he was quite quick, wasn't he? He's a little bit smaller. Tomorrow we've got one which is all coral. Oh, there's a hidden item on tomorrow. That's fun. Yes, we've got all coral. And on our last blue one, we had all leaves. So we need to think of a colour for our coral. That'll be interesting. But anyway, we'll do that tomorrow. Now I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You can opt for as many or as few notifications as you wish by clicking the bell. And have a really lovely day, and thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.